After the age of 50, marriage is no longer a place for passion alone, but a spiritual journey. A space where we learn to love with softness, patience, and understanding. Inspired by Eastern wisdom, especially the symbols of Qian and Kun in the I Ching, this writing invites us to reflect on our roles within marriage. When should we take the lead? When should we listen? When to guide? And when to hold and support? Through philosophical insight and real-life reflection, this is a gentle reminder. Marriage, when nurtured with care, becomes a sacred microcosm of peace, where heaven and earth shine together throughout the rest of life's journey. Heaven and earth's greatest virtue is the virtue of creation. This ancient saying, drawn from the Book of Changes, is not merely a philosophical phrase from the past. It is a truth that continues to shine through time. The universe exists not to conquer, not to compete, but to nurture life. In the same way, marriage from the beginning of time has been seen as a mirror of heaven and earth, a sacred microcosm within human life. When we are young, we enter marriage with passion, with burning desire. But with time, especially after the age of 50, we begin to understand marriage is not a place to prove ourselves right, not a space to show who is stronger. It becomes a space for peace, a resting place for the soul, a harbor to sail through the remaining years of life hand in hand. Some may say that love after 50 fades, but through the lens of Eastern wisdom, love does not fade, it ripens. It no longer burns like fire, but glows like warm embers in the fireplace. It is not a stormy sea, but a quiet river that nourishes both shores. Marriage is the meeting of heaven and earth. One must shine like the sky. One must receive like the soil. Without light, a seed cannot grow, but without soil, even light has nowhere to land. When one partner leads with clarity and the other holds space with compassion, then, and only then, can a home become a garden of peace. In the I Ching, the first two hexagrams are Qian, heaven, and Kun, earth. This arrangement is not arbitrary, but deeply wise. Qian represents yang, creativity, initiative, power. Kun represents yin, receptivity, nurturing, and silent strength. As Confucius said, heaven moves unceasingly. The noble person follows its example with persistent self-improvement. Earth is generous and nurturing. The noble person follows with kindness and tolerance. In marriage, if one is Qian, leading, initiating, then the other must be Kun, supporting, listening, and grounding. This is not about being superior or inferior. It is about balance, about harmony. A family cannot thrive on action alone, nor can it survive on gentleness alone. Both are needed, just like sunlight and fertile soil. In modern times, gender roles shift. Husbands may nurture, wives may lead. That's okay. What matters is understanding each other's energy, recognizing when to shine and when to hold space. Qian without Kun becomes chaotic. Kun without Qian becomes stagnant. When couples ask themselves, am I being Qian right now? Is this a moment to be Kun? Then they grow together. Their love evolves. After 50, marriage begins to change. The joys of raising children, the energy of chasing goals, the routines once shared, begin to fade. Many couples still live under one roof, but their hearts no longer meet. They sit side by side, but feel alone. Why? Because they have stopped learning about each other. A common mistake is trying to be right. But marriage is not a courtroom. It is not about winning arguments. It is a lifelong journey. A journey of companionship, of listening, of growing side by side. As Blaise Pascal once said, "The heart has its reasons, which reason knows nothing of." Love is not logic. It is empathy. When both partners try to lead, try to control, try to shine, there is no one left to receive, no one left to nurture, and the seed of love withers. But the biggest threat isn't anger, it's silence. A silence that goes unspoken, unnoticed, unfelt. Couples don't separate because of one argument. They drift apart through hundreds of quiet days, without touch, without warmth. That's when we must return to the wisdom of Qian and Kuan. When one speaks, the other listens. When one falls ill, the other cares. When one is weak, the other becomes strong. This is balance. This is love. As we age, we long for warmth, not debate. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said, "Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward, together, in the same direction." In marriage, this means shared values, shared duties, shared dreams. Let's begin with the first principle. Rekindle attentiveness. Happiness doesn't happen on its own. It must be cultivated, like a garden, day by day. Small acts matter. A gentle good morning, a caring message, a warm hand held in silence. These are Qian's light, helping Kun to bloom. Viktor Frankl once said, "Love is the only way to grasp another human being at their core." It's not about grand gestures. It's about presence. Asking, "Are you okay today?" Noticing what they like. Making a cup of tea before they ask. You're not just offering kindness, you're watering the soil. And when soil is nourished, life returns. No one withers when they are loved, truly and consistently. That's the first principle, the beginning of renewal. Let's move to the second principle. Accept change. Aging is natural. Bodies grow tired, memories blur, emotions shift, but love does not resist change, it embraces it. It softens into grace. The spirit of Kun, earth, is to receive, to accept, to nourish. True love sees beauty not in youth, but in wrinkles, in silver hair, in hands that have held on through storms. Your partner is no longer someone to impress. They are someone to care for, not through grand words, but through quiet acts. Soup on sick days, a worried glance when they cough, a sigh shared after a long day. Change is not the end of love, it is its deepening. Now the third principle, create shared meaning. When life slows down, when children leave, when careers fade, what remains is what you build together. A small garden, a daily walk, a shared book, or a shared cause. These simple things are bridges for the heart. Rainer Maria Rilke said, "Marriage is a long conversation that always feels too short." Let your marriage be that conversation. Soft, honest, endless. Through change and through choice. After 50, marriage becomes something more. It becomes a spiritual practice, a quiet devotion. Every act is an invitation to grow. A gentle word is practice in compassion. A long silence is practice in patience. When one is tired, the other becomes still. When one is hurting, the other simply holds space. No advice, no fixing. Just presence. That is love at its highest. After years together, happiness shifts. It is no longer fireworks. It is a quiet fire, a glowing ember that never dies. Your partner doesn't have to speak. They only need to be near. That's enough. Love becomes like water. It flows softly, through time, through silence, through every wrinkle. As time passes, the words "I love you" may fade, but gestures become louder. A warm meal, a shared blanket, a slow walk home. This is love aged and ripened. This is the essence of Chien and Kun expressed in full maturity, not in passion, but in presence, not in excitement, but in endurance. And in that endurance is peace. If marriage is a garden, then Chien is the sunlight, and Kun is the soil. One brings warmth, the other brings life. One shines, the other receives. There is no hierarchy here, no winner or loser, only balance, only harmony. In the later years of life, marriage is no longer about dreams. It is about gratitude. Grateful for having each other. Grateful to still say "my dear." Grateful for another ordinary day. Because in truth, these simple days are what matter most. A soft hand held at dusk, a meal shared in silence, a quiet laugh over nothing at all. That is the essence of a lifelong bond. Happiness is not found in novelty. It is found in seeing the familiar with a fresh heart. Each day we get to choose, to see our partner with new eyes, to listen without judgment, to be present without rushing. And when we do, marriage becomes a place of healing, a path of growth, a sanctuary of peace, a legacy that children and grandchildren will quietly admire, without needing to ask why. Heaven and earth unite, and all things are born. Man and woman unite, and all things are fulfilled. This ancient truth still shines today. Let your marriage, after 50, become a sacred garden, a space of sunlight and soil, a place of balance and rebirth. Even if storms come, even if winter arrives, that garden can survive, that love can remain warm. Because what keeps it alive is not perfection, but presence. Not youth, but devotion. Not sparks, but embers. Marriage is not a race to happiness. It is a slow journey of becoming, a path walked side by side, through joys, through sorrows, through seasons. This is not just advice. It is a way of life, an ancient wisdom to calm modern hearts. A gentle reminder that even in old age, love can still bloom, softly, quietly, powerfully. May your marriage be such a garden, where heaven and earth meet again in every sunrise and every touch. And may those who witness it know that peace is possible. And if these words touched your heart, if they reminded you of the place you long to return to, then let's walk this journey together. Subscribe to our channel, so every story, every memory, every moment of home will always be with you.